Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is George Slackegg, and what I'm doing today is a little adventure. I'm riding my bicycle along the North Saskatchewan River and I'm thinking toward the town of Devon. I don't know if I'll go quite that far because from there back to Edmonton could be a 6 or even 7 hour trip on the river, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my inflatable boat, a cheap Canadian Tire special, $89 on special this spring. It's a Hydroforce Voyager 300. See, this is what it looks like on the bicycle. And with that, I won't waste any time because I already wasted more time than I thought just packing this all on there. So I'll be on my way. I'll check in with you once in a while. Looking at the river through the trees here. Well, you could see it's moving at a good clip. There's enough water in there, apparently. I have to ride my bike to the town of Devon. That's the plan. That's quite far. That's about 45 kilometers away. And you might think, well, that's nothing. Well, the challenge here is that I have a load on my bike. That's the boat. It's not super heavy or anything, but it is secured to the bike only by Velcro straps and a wooden board. And then also I'm riding with the Crocs, riding the street, and every time I hit a bump I'm thinking, is my boat secure back there? You take a look and let me know. Yeah, I can't see what you're seeing right now. Gonna hit a bump now. It seems like everything is in place. Well, so far so good. It's even at 45 kilometers. It's a good ride for me. It's a little exercise, and then the reward later on is floating down the river. Yeah, I've decided to take this day off. I could have worked for customers today. They would have greatly appreciated that, but sometimes you gotta take a day for yourself. And that is today. So I'm quite happy about that. Anyways, I'll talk to you further down the line. Alright, I'm on 91st Street. We have a nice bicycle trail that is far enough away from the road. Only problem with it is that at major intersections it just kind of disappears, and further down here at some point it's gonna cross the road. So that's the kind of thing I don't like. I hope you can hear me. It's quite windy here. However, yeah, I was gonna say, this kind of thing I enjoy tremendously. Going for a bike ride for a day, perhaps two. And I tell you that in Alberta, we probably have the greatest summer anywhere in the world, I tell you. Of course, we have bad days when there are storms and stuff, but for a large part of the summer, the weather looks just like this. And it is relatively dry. Heats up to about 25, 30, sometimes 34 degrees. You get the idea. But it's tolerable even when it gets really hot. Alright, well, have you look ahead a little bit. Yeah, this is what the trail looks like ahead of me. There are sections that are quite well protected from the wind and others that aren't. So yeah, what does it take to have more time off in the summer when you're still trying to make a living? That's what I'm trying to find out. I've come quite a long way here. I'm on Ellerslie Road that is south of the Anthony Henday Freeway, which is kind of like the unofficial southern border of Edmonton. Well, I'm still in Edmonton, but you know, once you're south of that, it's basically you're out of the thick. So I had to go on the main road there for a little bit until I figured out that there's a bicycle trail on one side only. And I have to say that with all the bumps and holes and whatever I pass with this rig, with the boat on my bicycle, it's all worked really well. Nothing's come loose. Actually, it kind of means that hope I didn't talk too soon. It kind of means that I figured out how to do this, perfected it in a way, and now I'm heading west for a little bit until I find a good way, which I believe is Rabbit Hill Road, to go south all the way toward Highway 19, which then brings me to Devon. Probably gonna have to grab a lunch in Devon and then hit the big river. But yeah, so far so good. Red light, of course. And as soon as I stop, it changes. Okay, I'm a little bit pissed. You might ask why I'm in a beautiful neighborhood. Well, that's the problem. This is not where I wanted to go. But there was a really nice trail that deceived me into turning, because I thought maybe this is just gonna follow along going south, because in order to go where I need to go, I have to go south more, but it didn't lead nowhere. It's all dead ends, all dead ends. It's a considerable distance that I have to backtrack, which tells you once again that these neighborhoods here, they are built for cars and for cars only. I mean, look at the width of the road. Like, there's no bike lane here, nothing, just roads. I mean, just cars. And when you get in their way, they'll get mad at you. Now I gotta turn back onto this trail. And of course, there's a car in my way. It's a beautiful trail, and I was under the impression that it might actually go somewhere. So it wasn't built just for local people to walk their dog, but maybe for transportation purposes, for cyclists. But no, they don't do that around here. They haven't really grasped that concept yet. My little commentary about the infrastructure of southern Edmonton. Alright, well. Yeah, I had to resort to the phone. See all these neighborhoods here? I kind of got lost in there. And it's almost 1 o'clock, so my bike ride is taking longer than it should have. So this whole trip is gonna take longer than it should have. finally getting somewhere. Only 8 kilometers more to go to Devon, where I'm gonna have to find the launch point for my adventure, because I don't really know Devon that well. Well, the good news is that I'm off the highway and I'm officially in Devon. I don't know what part of Devon. I just took the first turn off, and of course nothing is marked. There's no sign. First on my agenda will be to grab a piece of lunch, and then, well, I gotta make sure that I got enough water for staying hydrated on the river. It's ironic, but yeah, you gotta do that. And then, well, blow up the boat, secure the bike on it, and go down the river, go back to Edmonton. That's yeah, that's what I call fun. That's our first longer trip with this setup here. You can see it behind me there. First time. Everything is beautifully in place, so that's a good thing. Nothing's fallen off. And well, now it's time to start thinking about the other part of the trip, where the bike has to be on the boat, and you know, hopefully that won't fall off. It's the longest one I ever done. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Just gonna play it by ear, I guess. So here I am at the Tim Hortons in Devon, eating my sandwich. Problem is, it's 2:27. That was like maybe 2 hours later than I was hoping. Still gonna launch my boat just the same. Kind of a little bit of a hurry. Oh man, I just had my lunch. So now, next challenge is to find the way down to the river. Shouldn't be too bad. Like my setup here, it survived the ride really well. Nothing came off. I'm really happy about that. On my way to the where the camping is, and the boat launch, the whole shebang. Shouldn't be too long. I should have left earlier in the morning, but I think I have enough time. Yeah, it's a little bit steep here, so I'm on my brakes, for crying out loud. And it's just even like now it's turning around again. Yeah, it's going on. Yeah, sorry for the poor video quality. I'm just like flabbergasted. Am I supposed to kill myself here? All users keep ride. Ring bell, blah blah blah. I hope this goes to the water. Like, how would I know? Well, worst case scenario, I gotta come back up, but for now I'm going down this trail, and hopefully there'll be a place for me to launch the boat. See, this is it. I can't go around that curve filming and riding the bike. That'd be suicidal. I'm actually at the park where I can launch the boat. This is in Devon. I just used that bathroom behind me there. Turning around. Well, this is as fancy as it looks. All it is an outhouse in there. No running water. But it's a nice park here, except the ramp is a bit steep. There's parking for unloading and loading permitted 15 minutes. Well, I think I'll be out of here in 15 minutes and then I'll update you how this is going on my boat. I'm still having a bit of a hard time here with handling the bike and everything at the same time. I may not have anything to lean the bike on. Lots of people hanging out at the beach here. Alright, I gotta get rid of my bike. Alright, well, this seems doable. The water's right there. Gotta do the usual routine, blowing up the boat, then putting the bike on it and stuff. By the time I was pumping up the boat, it was past 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now the big question is, was I gonna make it all the way back to Edmonton before it gets dark? The distance, as you can see here, is over 46 kilometers. How fast does a little inflatable boat actually travel on the river? Never even thought of it before this.